All right. So, let me show you another lesson of how I got wrecked in the markets yesterday. So, first of all, let me show you where I entered my position. It was right around here. And I longed the breakout of this little ascending trend line, triangle, or whatever you want to call it. So, first of all, let me tell you what happened. So Ripple had like a big conference going on, and usually or oftentimes what people do is they dump on the news. That means that before the conference takes place, everyone sells their bags because people buy the rumor and sell the news. So this is just what they do most of the time. And what's interesting is that the dump on the news was pretty tiny in comparison to dumps we had a few months ago. So I was like, maybe if the news is really positive, people may actually buy this time instead of selling. So what happened is that it consolidated for a while and then it actually went up. And it had really, really good volume. So I was like, maybe this is going nuts. People love good news now. That's what it seems like. So we're buying the breakout. And I was a little late to the breakout, so I bought it somewhere around here. But it was really volatile. It had good momentum. It was going straight up into the sky. And I was like, all right, let's just stay in the position and see what happens. So the RSI went up all the way up into the overbought category, not entirely into the, right on the edge right here. And this is where the mistake happened. First of all, my position size again was way too big. I used a lot more than I should have. And it went up a little bit and then it topped out right around the resistance right here. And what I should have done, but what I didn't do, is base my judgment on the RSI. I could have just taken profits here and exit my position, but I didn't do that because I thought, well, this is going nuts, man. This has to go into the I don't know, into these territories. It just has to. Because all you can see is this when you are this is a little in the way, but I think you get what I'm talking about. All you see is green candles and you're like, wow, this is incredible. This is going up. And on the RSI, on the 5-minute and also on the 15-minute, you can see clear bearish divergence. And what that means is that you have higher or equal tops, but the RSI is going down. You see lower highs on the RSI. This is what bearish divergence means. And I should have gone out. I had multiple instances of where I could have exited my position, but I didn't. And I was like, oh no, this will go up. This will consolidate for a while and then just go straight up. And it could have done that. But the problem was that at this time, I didn't set a stop and it was already quite late. And unfortunately, I fell asleep. And the next morning I woke up, I was already in the red again. And then I was like, I don't know. Maybe I should just wait until it goes up again. And I don't know, maybe I was somewhere around here, I think. But the market never really went to my entry. And I was like, I want to exit this in profit. So I'm waiting a little more. I was stacking. I was looking at the downward trend, and I was like, I'm exiting my position here. And this is where I set my limit orders. Unfortunately, the market never went there, and it went down even further. And then was like, man, I'm getting out somewhere around here. And I was waiting all day, man, all day. The whole morning, the whole noon, waiting, just patiently waiting. And then I was like, oh man, screw that. I'm going to, because I was so hungry because I didn't have anything in my fridge. And I was like, oh man, I just want to shop for some groceries right now. And let's just cancel all these orders and see what happens when I come back. Because the market was flat for a whole 5 hours and didn't do anything. So I was like, ah man, I'm just getting out later. It's all right. Then I had the chance to exit my position in profit, but I wasn't at home. So when I came back, was like 3 hours later or two, because I did some other stuff as well. And this was when the markets were back at that level. And it's really, really frustrating because it seems like the markets have a personal agenda on you. And they just want to destroy you and mess with your emotions. And they do. But they're messing with everyone's emotions, not only with yours. And so I was like, oh man. At this time I was like, screw that. I'm just setting a stop. So if it goes below this trend line right here, I'm setting a stop. And I was like, okay, let's set the stop below the most recent low or something. And I set it around here, I think. And then, boom, spiked down right into my stop. And I was screwed. And then what's even more infuriating is that all you see is the market going up again. But this time I was clever enough not to enter a position anymore, because every time I take a hit, I just stay out of the markets. I watch the markets in anger, but I do not take any positions anymore. So yeah, this is what happened. And the lessons here, if you've got a good entry like this and you're already in profit, set your stop in profit, even if it's a volatile market, or just take some profit right away. Just a tiny percentage of your position, maybe like 10 or 20% or 30, it depends on your style, and set your stops in profit. Even if you get stopped out, at least you didn't lose anything. And this is all it comes down to, especially in a phase like this, when you're in accumulation, you want to avoid getting wrecked. This is basically what you want to do all the time, but especially if you're in a low volatile phase like we are right now. And yeah, just listen to the RSI, man. Honestly, listen to what the chart tells you, and don't get so caught up in all those hypes and talking and stuff. Just listen to what the chart tells you and ignore everything else. It's really that simple. If the RSI tells you, all right, this is going down, so you better lock in some profits and set some stops, whether it's mental or hard stops. And yeah, just listen to that and don't drag your stops around like that. And I don't know, if you don't go all in, it's pretty easy to get out of this. But I was into way too heavy again. And because you can just buy another dip right here and then sell while you're in break even, somewhere around here maybe. But it's so much easier in hindsight, because you never really know if it's just going down even more or not, or what. You have no idea what's happening when you're in the live markets. So could have just gone straight down. You never know. So this is my lesson for today. I hope it was helpful to you, and hope you're not doing the same mistakes as I did, but you probably will. But at least now you know what to do. So see you later. I hope not, but I will probably.